Have you always want to know what it feels like building stuff with power rails? Like, for example, like if you hear this roller coaster, you can see this roller coaster's been built. If you look closely at the minecart, basically it's run by any other rail. And let me explain those rails. If you go into the search bar and you type in rails, you get four specific rails, including new mod texture packs. So you get four different rails. You get the rail, power rail, detector rail, activator rail. We're gonna test four of these rails out by using these minecarts. So I'll be showing you how to make the minecart tutorial. Alright, in order to get started on this, we'll be using the Chromebook today. And the Chromebook basically has all the capabilities for distinguishing needs. So in order to lay your tracks out, you want to start out by having a nice building. So we'll find like a flat area. All you need is a flat area, and you'll need some power rails and a couple of railings. Basically, we're not gonna test them out today, but I want to make something. I want to make like a little bridge over here. See like this little stream of water. I want to make an exactly little bridge right here that can actually produce power railing. So anyways, you're gonna need some tutorials. You're gonna need some power rails. Then you're gonna need some we're gonna build this. We're gonna use this by using sorry, we'll be using some. We're gonna take by using some spruce wood slab. Then we're gonna do a lot of scaffolding. So grab your scaffold. Scaffolding is basically the process of building bridges. You wanna make sure that the bridge basically stays down. So, and then you're gonna grab yourself. You go all the way down. You're gonna need something activated. We're gonna go ahead and grab ourselves the what we need. Okay, you're gonna need some sticky piston though. We'll need the block of redstone, levers. Then we'll. What else here we go. So you get four specific minecarts. So pay attention. You get minecart chest, minecart hoppers, and then one with TNT. We're gonna use the default one. And then last but not least, you're gonna grab yourself the note block. So you'll need the note block. And the note block is for like jotting down some ideas of what you're gonna do to make your bridge. Here we go. As you can see, it's nighttime right now, but we can go ahead and get some rest. So we're gonna go ahead and just go ahead. Oh, and sorry for not filming for a couple of days. I was sick with the flu, and I don't have any like retaliations. Like, sorry, wonders if I haven't filmed a video because I was sick. Like, I tested positive for COVID, and yes, it does suck. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video right here. We're gonna go and rest, and we'll come back. Okay, guys, so it's daytime already. So I basically woke up from the house. I had to build a house, so I'm gonna go outside, and as you can see, as I said before, we're gonna show you how to make a bridge. Now, basically, if we look at the Chromebook, you can see you can actually make how to make a roller coaster with 13 sets of pictures of mine cards. So if you look closely, you can see this person here basically has this distinguished about the features that he needs. But that'll be coming out tomorrow. But we're gonna make our valuable own power cart rail. But I'm gonna show you that'll be coming out tomorrow of the minecart roller coaster. But today it's called the power rail bridge. So we're gonna make a bridge here. We're gonna go back to where it was. And where was that? Right here. Like, see the kind of like this little land right here, like this little pack of like mounds of land. I'm gonna go ahead and make a bridge. So once you have your items, and when you want to start building, let's go ahead and start building right now. All right. So go ahead and find like a mounded place. All right. Now you go ahead and start from where your beginning is. We're gonna go ahead and take our spruce slab. We're gonna place two in place. place 2 spruce wood slabs right here. And then we're going to go ahead and place power rails. Okay, it's kind of like the opposite. So if you look closely, if you place those 2 rails right there, you don't want to get those. You want to make sure the rails start from here. So in order to make a bridge, you want to make sure that your slabs basically come in handy. So place 2 more slabs here, and then place, let me fix something, and place your rails that's coming close. For 2 in place right here, and if you put a lever through it, it activates it. But we want to make a bridge, so delete all those items, and then you're gonna create your own bridge by using your spruce wood slab. Coming across from this, I'll get back to you guys once I'm done. Okay, so here's what I did. So if you look closely, this has I build this because basically we're gonna have a lot of scaffolding to do. So I placed down 6-inch spruce slab base. If you look closely, this slab starts right here, and I placed 2 slabs here because that's where the end of the bridge is going to be at. We'll place our scaffolding underneath it. So we're going to go ahead and place scaffolding underneath the 2 slabs. Now, as you can see, the scaffolding breaks down because it's like tables. Let me fix that for you guys. As you see, it can only go like that. But scaffolding must be, we're going to place the scaffolding up a jaunt. Replace those 2 slabs with scaffolding. And then we could go ahead and continue that from there. Alright, next thing is the power, is basically where the power rail circuit's going to go. Well, so you're going to place power rails. Like I said, they only do like this. Can only go like that, but we can go and place 1. So go and just place a row of Minecraft power railing that goes all the way from the start to the scaffolding. To into the scaffolding like that. Once you have that power railing circuit right there, you should have it look like that. Really long. And you want to make a second one. Make a second power rail on the other side. That's what I promise. And then you want to place another scaffolding item right there. Like so. And then we'll go ahead and delete this other block. So you should have 2 rows of railings, power rails. Alright, now it's time for the redstone circuiting. So coming from those, you'll take redstone and place a line coming through this. From the opposite way, you will get a reaction. And then don't place one on scaffolding. Leave that one to compromise. Alright. Then we're going to make a line. And then make this. Actually, hang on. Make a line and then connect this there. And then make a lever. And it should power on. It'll only power on because it's too far away. But if you place a lever on the other side of the rails power on. Now there's a specific recipe you can craft this off. providing if there's any providing if you're like expertise. Like, let's take a minecart for example. Okay, if we set a minecart, we can only go further. But we're gonna go ahead and use an activator rail instead. So the power rail only depicts when you're using redstone. So basically, we'll take this away. We'll basically delete that little line we made. And if you turn this on, it only gives us a little energy to create redstone cells. But we can go ahead and create the other ones if we place a block of redstone, which that comes into place. Alright, now when it comes to sticky piston is basically what powers it on. So, for example, I'll take 2 sticky pistons, place them on sides, place them on both sides, and up that to 3 pistons, like you see here. We're gonna make like a little extraction of the bridge. Then we'll place redstone on top of them. Alright. Once that's there before, we're gonna go ahead and now connect that there. Place 2 there, and then we'll take 2 redstones. And you see there, it only gets 1 out, but that's all we need. So 2 sticky pistons pushed together. This is what keeps the minecarts in place. But then when you build a roller coaster, you want to have more sticky piston coming above it. Alright. But the minecarts wants to power on. Want to power us on by applying some redstone. You'll get a reaction. But when it comes to this, you want to make sure the power railing is not a difficult circuit. Right now, we're going to have to replace this with the activator rail. So, that's just for example only. Don't freak out. Just grab your activator rails, and this is what powers. This was powers it. So go ahead and delete your power rails, and just get rid of that. Throw it in the ocean. And then we want to replace the whole thing by using with the activator rails. So delete any redstone circuits there are. So like I said, so I'm gonna do this off camera because it's good. Because you all know how to do it. Just replacing the power rails with the activator rails, because the activator rails are really powerful. Start to finish, basically wax on, wax off, and delete the little redstone circuit line. That was just an example of abbreviation of redstone powering. That was just like go ahead and delete that redstone line. That was just testing out the evaluation for fundamentally with your builds of this. So just delete that line, and you're gonna replace it with the activator rails that are across from the piston, because that's what the piston's for. The pistons are to hold the minecarts in place. But you may want to add pistons on the other side as well to keep them from falling. The activator rails are really powerful, and you have a high extinction of whether if you place them right or wrong. So just place them with activator rails. Now, when I see activator rails, I refer them to as like little matches. I don't know why, but basically it's the life percentages of how you basically build your redstone powering circuits. With the idea of spectating, you can actually spectate how much redstone powering it is. So once you have those back in place, we can go ahead now and test one out. So basically we can go ahead and place a little minecart right here, and if we place that minecart right there, that only goes a centimeter wide because we don't have any redstone powering. So before that, it's time to do some bit of redstone. Take redstone and place it on the sides of the build from the piston, and then place 3 lines actually, and then we're gonna go ahead and check this out. if you power this on, you should get these light signals up. Now, here's how it does. What the hell? So if you look closely, the reason why Piston's on is because basically, once you hit that, the minecart looks shaking. I don't know how it shakes like that, but we'll just turn that off for now. But activator rails are basically harmful because if you push the rail, it goes off the edge. So when you take place a note block right here. So grab yourself a note block and just place it on the build. Then play with it for a little bit. I placed it like that, the do, re, mi, la, sol, da, fi, la, ti, da. That kind of thing. You can actually get a little reflection off that, but play. So leave a note block there, or just put it on the ground for high expectations and just. So when it comes to that, when you're playing a high-low note, you want to make sure that you're like if it's on like a bridge or something like this. So keep one there, keep one on the bridge, keep one on the ground. Now let's get back to redstone circuiting. Alright. The next thing we want to do is we're going to cover this whole thing with the block of redstone. So basically put them on the pistons, and you should get them in equality. And then this is what you're supposed to have. Once you place the redstone there, you should get these. And you want to place a block where that redstone is. There we go. Alright. Now our redstone circuit is not on. We can place a lever. So, once that's done, once you have that down, you want to make sure you have everything. Take serious notes, and then turn that one off too. If you have to, take some notes. Get like a notebook and take some notes down. Some evaluation. Alright. Now the basics of activating rails is if you place the activating rails right here. And if you place one here, it just goes off. But when it comes to powering on activating rails, you want to make sure that if you're basically doing a fundamental project, you want to be sure that the rail basically has a high spectating advice. Now, if you look at the bridge closely, the water looks really nice. So, now if you're building an underwater survival house, like underwater survival mine shaft in underwater or in a cave, some players use mines because this is what happens. You can use TNT. You can use the minecarts for TNT, and you can give off your evaluation salutes. Let me show you for example. So come over here. If you don't have to do this, but if you want to, make a square of redstone. Just make a square of redstone, like so. Then place a power rail, an activator rail right there, and then place two spruce woods. Then we'll put levers on them, or not. Then if you place your minecart on the side here, and if you activate it with a lever or a redstone block, you'll get a high expectation. It doesn't do nothing because we're not powering on stuff. So that's what the little issue of Minecraft is. They're trying to keep a secret away from us. But when it comes to high spectating rails of building your own rails, you can create your redstone. You can create a redstone repeater circuit. With that, state of mind, you can now activate this, and this is an example of what we can do. If you place one minecart on the other, it gives off a bouncing part. This one comes from a famous scientist, an Austrian scientist named Ernst Schrödinger, who discovered physics. We're gonna look a little back of Ernst Schrödinger. So basically, it doesn't involve him in Minecraft. It involves in physics, because it's talking about the field of chemistry, physics, and astronomy, and it does some of geology. So Ernst Schrödinger is basically famous for his Ernst Schrödinger is basically famous for his. So here we're gonna go to a little discovery. If you don't know who Ernst Schrödinger is, Ernst Schrödinger was an Austrian physicist who basically discovered the experiment of particles that basically come from left box to the other box. Ernst Schrödinger basically came up with the mind of facts. His major discovery involves him working with Niels Bohr on working on the Bohr model together. The Schrödinger agreement is that Schrödinger is basically obsessed with all the atomic theories that him and Niels Bohr have written down. So in Minecraft is basically one physics, because if you look closely, the multiple concentrations with him is basically just defining the potential energy of using Minecraft redstone repeaters. Because Minecraft basically does that. What it is that the potential energy of redstone is that redstone is a high power block that can turn on and off really easy. He discovered this in 1924. He developed the electron cloud model. The electron cloud model basically has a high exact path of electrons that cannot be predicted, meaning that his region with first electron cloud could have basically failed. With the review diagram of chemistry, we can define these things. You can actually define the things that he created. When creating an atom with any class, most people draw diagrams for the example of minecarts. Ernst Schrödinger is basically famous for the quantum theory. Let me show you. The atomic model explains the particle in the box theory. The particle in the box theory also gives off a high expectation of many multiple gigabots. In physical chemistry, basically how it is, the wave function sets out to be the wave function plus the tip of the variable. With infinite Schrödinger equations, you can actually use the quantum mechanics and the kinetic potential energy equation in order to solve your hypothesis. And what your hypothesis does is you're basically analyzing the data. You're analyzing the data by using all the particle in the box theories. With being said, Minecraft redstone formulas. If I type in Minecraft, if you look at a Minecraft redstone formula, you will find out. If you look at a Minecraft redstone clock, you can actually give off an abbreviation with reflection of redstone repeaters and redstone comparators. We use it with using quantum mechanics. You can actually make a clock circuit that basically has an official Wikipedia website with minecarts. But we're not doing this today. I'm just showing you. If we hit a lot of likes, I'll make the clock. So I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that. So like I said before, in order to have a particle in the box of minecarts. Now, let's take a look at the activator rail. The activator rail is what gives off the reflection. The recipe making the recipe in order to make the activator rail power rails is taking six silver ingots, a piece of stone, and a piece of redstone. You cut it together, you get this. If you look at the activator rail of the GIF, it turns on and off due to the fact that it's been powered on by a stick of matches. Careful. Some people use signs and glass and magma to underestimate what it feels like. Now, in order to make an actual rail, you'll need 6 silver. You need 6 iron ingots, two sticks, and a redstone torch. And you should craft out this. And when it comes to making rail, when it comes to making the rail part, if you're making a bridge or any other roller coaster or a train station, you want to have that addition. A person uses this by creating a slime block with all the gigawatts they can use. The slime block is what's used to hold the piston in place for any other details of any circumstance in case the project has failed or not. If the project has failed, then the person takes the slime block and they basically evaluate it on a notebook piece of paper that the project has failed. But the slime block stays in place and doesn't affect with the activator rails, then the project has succeeded in the good work. So that's all the information you need to know on how to make and know any Minecraft step of techniques. But without further ado, we're going to continue with this. So just like I said before, the Minecraft rail part can... Alexa, good morning. Like the Minecraft power rail part is that you're building a square, and by using this, you're actually going to create. So we're going to pull out your slime blocks. What project we don't? I don't know what project we might need. Well, we will be using the note block soon. Okay, so you place 3 slime blocks here. The slime blocks does is that they hold it in place of generosity. The slime block does generosity due to the fact that you're actually building something in place. When it comes to that, you're gonna go in and place a slime block where the 2 levers are in place, and then turn these on. You have 2 rails that are activated, but not these parts here. They can only go an inch mile 4. So delete this note block. Oops. Delete your note block. Then you're going to create yourself the redstone. I think it was 3 lines. And also don't forget over here as well. You're going to have to take your spruce. So place 2 slabs right here. And then place a line of redstone. Delete the other ones. You want to have 3. And then place redstone. And then place your levers, actually. Place your levers. And it should power this on. Now look closely. The middle is not now. We need to do the middle. So like I said, 3 on each side. And with levers. And once you have that done, your whole thing is now light up. Because with the capabilities of redstone lining circuiting, you want to make sure that the lines do match. You want to want to have the beginning, the middle, and the end. And in the middle we call it the climax. Meaning we call it, and people in science and scientists in science. The climax basically means the middle part of your lab. So if in case you're having trouble or any details, place a slime block just to be on the safe side. If not detail, then don't place a slime block. Just place a slime block, be on the safe side. Okay, it's time to test out our evaluations. Now as before, activator rails only activate once you turn all of them on. They might have a high expectation, but look closely, they roll back. You just gotta give them a big push. And once you push that, this goes off. Okay, so see what the promise like. Now, one more thing about this. We're going to come down to a conclusion. We'll delete everything you have in your inventory. Now, the last rail part is go into rails and grab the detector rail. We're going to evaluate the detector rail. Detector rail is basically what detects if an object is like for example, like an object, like a minecart with TNT in it, or a minecart with like a trap chest, or anything, like with hoppers. Come here to my anvil area where I build the Millennium Falcon. And tomorrow I'll show you the Millennium Falcon, actually. So create a line of. Alright, here's my dog Max. Hello. So create a line of detector rails, and then let's see what else. So create a line, and then grab a minecart. Grab any minecart you want. Grab a minecart and grab yourself. You're gonna need your detector rails. So grab your detector rails. Then you're gonna grab yourself any minecart you want. For evaluation, I'll just use the minecart that has TNT in it, and then grab yourself a sign. Now, most people who basically are trained engineers can use signs, and then you're gonna grab yourself some. Then we'll also need some iron bars, and some cobblestone walls. I'll let you know in a minute, Max. Y'all just waiting patiently to go out. Okay, so after that, you're gonna go ahead and keep placing more detector rails until you get to the end. Place a sign, and just put like any message. I'll just put end of construction, because you have nothing left to do. So just put and end of construction, like so. All right. Now it's time to place our minecart. No, the minecart doesn't do nothing because it's not powered on. No, it's time for redstone circuiting. So basically, get out redstone repeaters, and then we'll grab yourself some levers. The reason why it's not detect is because we don't place anything down. So if you place redstone in place, you see they're not powered on, because we need some trick. The trick is you want to place your levers on the opposite same. Let's take a lot of levers on here. The detector rail doesn't do much, but just sit there with like the evaluation. I need to charge my phone. So I'm gonna charge my phone. So jump to conclusions, place your power rails, and then test your evaluation. See? They don't do nothing. Because basically you're offsetting them. If you offset them, then they're not going to do nothing. But anyways, the main part of rail is, you're almost there, Max. Just keep pushing the door. Come on, get out. Get out of there. Hang on, guys. I gotta help my dog. Alright. So back. So once you have the rails in place, you can see that the detector rails don't do nothing. It does detect your object for like any mishap. It doesn't detect a piece of information, like it doesn't detect redstoning. When you're redstone circuiting, like I'll create like a square, for example, so I'll create like a square, for example, and then I'll put like a cobblestone wall in it with an iron bar. This is just for like a test, so you could do this as well. And I place like my sign could be like an evaluation. Like I want to place in cobblestone circuiting. I'll type in cobblestone wall circuiting, redstone circuiting. because when you're evaluating with redstone, you want to make sure you're basically circuiting that one. Yes. So if you look closely, you can see, on this sign it says red cobbles. So you can't pronounce that, but it says red cobblestone wall redstone circuiting. Now, if you want to circuit this redstone, you want to go ahead and create yourself a lever, and then power it on. And this will do nothing. But when it comes to evaluating your own steps, you can obviously evaluate it. So like this, for example, you can if you evaluate with a minecart, go ahead and do that. And that's how you can. And that's how you the whole secret hats. And that's how you circuiting your railing with power rails. So like you can build like a roller coaster and then test it with signs. Use your sign as like your hypothesis, like clipboards. But let me say, don't want to distract for this video. If you want to see more, hit the link down below. Check now. Before we go, a new video was sponsored today. This video was actually sponsored by the locked piston door. The 3 times. I forget what this build is, but this was sponsored by people who are basically redstone scientists. What? Now if you see that video, links in the description down below. Now, in order to do this, it's just redstone circuiting. You're just taking redstone repeaters, sticky pistons, and then creating yourself a sticky piston door with 2 pressure plates there together. And you can actually create doubles. You can make like an optical illusion with these. But that's what the video sponsor is. So go check out my boys' Iceland's channel, Instrumental Headquarters, and basically check out any of these Minecraft videos you want. Because I upload mostly daily, and like I said, so I'm back for YouTubing because I wasn't feeling good. And as always, wonders, thumbs up for safety. Like a Hellcat.